Dangote is boosting that intra-Africa trade, in other words, popularizing the African Continental Free Trade Area by exporting petrol and jet fuel to more and more African countries. The new additions are Ghana, you have Cameroon, Angola, and South Africa. Now, this was disclosed by one official of Dangote during the business delegation visit of the Japanese business delegation visit led by their own ambassador in Nigeria to the state-of-the-art refinery plant of Dangote in Nigeria. So they said they have started to export to more and more African countries to this, namely again, Cameroon, Ghana, Angola, and South Africa. This is in addition to also the jet fuel are being exported to Benin, Togo, and there's one more country still in the region. So more and more African countries are buying. It's not that, Dangote is anyway, its fuel or its products are wanted more and more globally. But the thing is that it's important for us, for Africa, to pay attention and, start to get this product also because this is something that what Europe does, what the United States does. So I really don't know why African countries are not waking up, and it's a high quality product. Now, let me just go through the article, and I would like to quote one of the delegations who commented about this. Look, now this was disclosed by the vice president of oil and gas, actually, Dr. Edwin from Dangote Refinery, saying that recently when a delegation from Japanese business community in Nigeria, led by Japanese ambassador in Nigeria, visited the facility or the factory. Okay, so he said in recent weeks, meaning this vice president of Dangote, in recent weeks, we have exported petrol to Cameroon, Ghana, Angola, and South Africa, amongst others. Okay, so diesel has gone all over the world, and jet fuel is being heavily exported to European markets. Our products are already making their market internationally. That is very true. So now, by leveraging Africa's vast crude oil resources to produce refined products locally, the Dangote Group aims actually to create a virtuous cycle of industrial development, job creation, and economic prosperity. So explaining this, he also said that the facility is the vision of the Nigerian investor Aliko Dangote, which designed and built by Nigerians and intended to serve the global market. But mainly also Aliko Dangote is fighting to make this, for Nigeria to benefit out of this. This is a $20 billion oil refinery with a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day. I mean, remember, and it's a very, very high standard. That meant, let me tell you, when this company started to produce and, operation back in January this year, it has been, wanted by international level, and but its own country, Nigeria, has been fighting Aliko Dangote from denying him to make available crude oil, to also for him not to sell products. He wanted Nigerian people to benefit out of this, to get a high quality, but also that was blocked by the really corrupted, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. These are really the most corrupted people in the world that who do not have any mercy against their own people, just because they want to make their pockets full, or to more and more put their money outside of the country. These are billionaires who have real estate business in the United States, in London, and outside of Africa. I mean, let alone outside of Nigeria. So because they want their money, to go on by only benefiting those exporters from the United States and from Europe, and you do that against the expense of the cost of lives of millions of Nigerians in the country by bringing a substandard, low quality oil to the people, endangering public health. This is really, I don't know what sorry, the definition of genocide. You are endangering the public health. You are preferring to, to be rich at the expense of millions of people. So, but of course, the government will not punish these people. It is the same director that's still heading NNPC, and nothing happens. It's thanks to Dangote because of his fighting on international stage during the Afri-Exim Bank in Caribbean conference, also in Rwanda in the business conference, because he brought in daylight the crime of Nigerian officials. That is when the Nigerian people start to awake. So one of the things is that, his impact is not only bringing a quality oil to Nigerian people with a less price, by the way, and it's not also awakening the people, telling them what is going on in their own name at the expense of their lives. That's what made the Nigerian Coalition for Civil Society Organizations to come into the government to ask what happened. There were 3 refineries, by the way, Nigeria being one of the world's largest crude oil producer. It does not have any refinery company that's operational. Let's say it has built, but it's not operational. So there were 3 refineries, and to renovate that, the government has spent $20 billion. Dangote just spent to build a state-of-the-art oil refinery company with $20 billion, with high quality machinery and the high technology. But you spend just for renovation $20 billion and still not to become operational. So this civil society coalition has come and asked the government for this to be transparent and show them of each account how that $20 billion is spent. And in the wake of that, you know what they did? The Port Harcourt refinery company, out of anywhere, it just started to become operational, to produce. And they say they are going to export to one firm based in Dubai. And again, the Nigerians, as the Anti-Corruption Commission, came and asked how, all of a sudden you are saying exporting. It was not exporting before. And this Dubai-based firm is a very small company, so it makes us suspicious. And when you ship that first shipment to this company, you have to make it available, everything open for a media. Anything lesser than that, then you are accountable. So not only the coalition, the Nigerian Civil Society Organization Coalition have been awakened, but also the Anti-Corruption Commission, which was deliberately dormant or perhaps have been collaborating with these corrupted people, now all of a sudden is awake. So the impact of it is really, really beyond just making available a high quality oil. What Dangote did. This is why it makes me so emotional, so excited to bring anything related to Dangote. I'm very happy that it is getting the recognition that it deserves. It's still not yet, but I as an Ethiopian, I want our most successful aviation company in Africa, the Ethiopian Airlines, to start to buy jet fuel from Dangote. And perhaps because it's the most successful and very busy and very profitable company, profit-making company. So perhaps, any good deal will come out of Dangote for Ethiopian Airlines, and that boosts the intra-Africa trade. This is what we should live for, to this principle we should abide ourselves. And another thing is that it also put on a daylight what billionaires in the country, in the continent, are doing, as opposed opposite to what Aliko Dangote is doing. He's working. He said the man is above 70. He said above, probably I have only few years to live. So it's not about money. This man has observed all this year in business, how the business is working, how the officials are so corrupted, including the government. So he has no fear exposing all that. He wants to make his exit, as more and more he's getting older, to make it very impactful, bringing the information what the people deserve to know. So he puts that he shed light on what is going on in this dark business in Nigeria with regards to oil. So that is now changing. Guess what? He made his high quality oil also to be available in a low price, around 900 naira per liter. But the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation refused to put it down, and it's still selling it 1,025 naira per liter, and it's a substandard one that is imported. Europeans are buying from Nigeria. Some of the firms in Belgium and Rotterdam are closing and buying from Dangote. But our own, Nigeria's own National Petroleum Corporation is insisting to import from Europe the substandard one. This is Nigeria. Nigerians, I leave it up to you. Really, you need to wake up. Up until then, I make it my duty to expose anything, that come across, as we have been following the Dangote story, very closely. Thank you very much for tuning in, and let us know in the comment section your thought on Dangote and in Nigeria, and generally in the world, in the continent. Actually, people like Dos Santos, of the ex-president daughter of Angola, who's a billionaire, spent her money investing in Portugal and other Europe countries as opposed to her own country. So that made it really, for her to be the blackmail, meaning, they have her in control. Now, recently we heard that she might run for president in Angola. These are the people. Most of her money is blocked by UK and other banks in Europe. Look at them, what they are doing. They take looting money from the poor African people, and then they invest it outside. And when something comes, those banks block it and make use of it. They don't even give it back to the Angolans, saying, "Oh, this is a looted money from Angola." This is what we have. Instead of, now compare Dos Santos and Aliko Dangote. Yeah. Hopefully what Aliko Dangote does will awaken those multi-millions of dollar business runners in Africa, meaning Africans, and billionaires in Africa. Thank you very much. And it's a bye-bye from us for now. And we will see you on the next one.